All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Sean and Eric from RPH Ally. We are going to talk about the peer support channel today and kind of some updates that Eric's working through there. But right now, we're going to play our awesome reel and we'll be right back. Never gets old, does it?
Awesome.
I love
it. Awesome.
All right, Eric. What are we talking about for updates today for the peer support channel that we have going on, that you have going on supporting an RPH Ally?
Yeah, well, really, I just wanted to tell everybody watching this, a little bit more details about what the peer support channel's for and what we have over there. If you haven't been over to the platform and checked out the channel, what to expect. So, Sean and I, we created this channel because we saw there was a need for pharmacists out there who need support, whether it's something going on in their lives professionally or something personally. It's really nice to be able to talk to your peers who may be able to better relate to the situations you're going through, to get some support, to provide you some comfort, maybe answer any questions you have, provide advice and suggestions. So we created the peer support channel on RPH Ally, and it's where anybody who's interested in getting peer support can come. It's open to all pharmacists, pharmacy students, industry professionals, and you're just able to go and connect and build relationships with other pharmacists. It's similar to other social media platforms. You can go on there. There's a live feed or a general feed where you can go and you can just post general questions. It could be about looking for work. It could be about how to improve your mood at work. It could be due to maybe drinking, prescription drug use. There's really nothing's off limits for this group. And how we've had it before is people posting, people would send me messages. There are some resources in there for peer support, recovery-related emotional support and well-being, so check those out. We were doing a weekly meeting every evening to try to get participants to come to have these open discussions and get the support they're looking for. And, every week there'd be a few people on there, but we noticed we had 85 members as part of the channel. And, it was only about 5% or so were attending the meetings, not engaging very much. And so we looked into it and said, well, why aren't more people engaging? Obviously, people want some type of support because they're joining the channel, they're signing up. And I felt like I wasn't doing what I needed to be doing to provide the support that they were looking for. So the new thing we came out with is, they can send their questions, tell me whatever issues they have, anonymously. So instead of posting it or instead of showing up to a live meeting every week, you can send them directly to me. And, if somebody's afraid to do it and they want to remain completely anonymous, we can figure that out too. You can send me an email address and not include your name. But the main thing I want to do is I want to be able to provide support to you and not have you be afraid for any reason to come get the support. As I talked to you before, Sean, when I was going through my struggles, when I was practicing as a pharmacist, there was a lot of shame, there was a lot of embarrassment, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to tell anybody what was going on with me. I just wanted to keep it all to myself and solve all these problems on my own. I did want to, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to tell people about what was going on with me, although I wanted to help. And I know how it could be to be hesitant for reaching out for help. And the cool thing about this channel, everything can be kept anonymous. There is a lot of confidentiality here. And it's a really good group of people. It's a really close group of people. Everybody respects each other and everybody really wants to help other pharmacists. And so how the new format is, we're asking for people to come provide questions to me anonymously, or you can post your question on the feed and I will answer them probably in a video response. And then in addition, you have, 85 pharmacists, and that number is growing, who are also going to provide their input as well. If they've been through a similar situation, if they have some good advice that they could provide to you to improve whatever you're going through, then that's the help you can get. And it's like, yes, you can go ask anybody, and, you can ask your family, you can ask your friends, these kind of questions also. But one thing I noticed when you're talking to other pharmacists who understand, what you're going through professionally and what your day-to-day looks like, they're able to understand you a little bit better and provide a little bit more valuable advice and suggestions for your particular situation. And one thing that I've seen is there are all sorts of pharmacists out there who have been through everything, and they want to be able to help others. It's one thing cool about pharmacists. It's a pretty tight group of people. It's a relatively small world, but I feel that we all support each other and we want to help other pharmacists.
That's awesome, Eric. And I think you're beating yourself up a little bit on that, on the actual event that we were hosting every Thursday night. I mean, they were fascinating. I loved them when I attended, just because you have a lot of open dialogue between pharmacists, and that's not necessarily saying that those have to go away.
Right.
Because like what you said, like you can connect with the other pharmacists or whoever, pharmacists and pharmacy technicians within the channel, and have those conversations and find your small tribe that you want to be close knit with, and share those, share the struggles and share the support amongst each other too. Right. So it's really easy to get connected once you're inside there. And I loved what you said about the pharmacists and like just your peer support, really, because I mean, some of the best advice I've gotten wasn't legal advice. It was advice from peers that have gone through similar things previously, right? That I had to bounce ideas off. So I'm so glad we have that channel there. And also one thing too, I mean, we do have the forums as well, but I like how you're going to respond with the video content, because that is like really from your perspective. And honestly, like, so your tone gets lost in translation when it's on text, right? So if we can hear you responding, I love that. I love that angle, Eric.
Yeah, and it's definitely good. I mean, depending on what you're going through, you said the advice you got is better than legal advice. I mean, this isn't a replacement for legal advice. This isn't a replacement for speaking with, somebody like a therapist or a licensed health professional. This is just to supplement that. Or maybe you're not sure if you're going to go down and talk to a lawyer yet, or maybe talk to a therapist about what's going on. Well, you can come and you can bounce those ideas off of a bunch of pharmacists. You could say, hey, is this something I need to talk to an attorney about? Is this something I should seek professional help for, through therapy? And then we can, give you our opinion. And, a lot of times the answer is going to be yes. But in addition, we like to support you also. Because an attorney, they're not going to support you the way we're going to support you. They're going to be able to take care of any legal matters you're dealing with, but they're not going to be there to talk to you when you just need somebody to talk to and you need somebody to support you.
Fascinating. So I know you talked a little bit about your experience as a pharmacist and when you went through your struggles. Do you have any other like specific examples of that time in your life that can really translate into how you can support your colleagues now?
Yeah, well, when I was going through my struggles, like I just said, I didn't want to tell anybody about my problems. There was a lot of shame there, and it took me a long time before I actually started forming a strong peer support network. And once I did, my life just improved so much. And so really what I'm trying to do is encourage people to form that support network as soon as you can. The sooner that you connect with other pharmacists and build that support group, the better off you're going to be. For me, it didn't happen until essentially I had no other choice. I was at the very end of my journey, and I said, I have to do something here. They say you can't save your face and save your ass at the same time. I think that kind of applies to what I was trying to do.
Well, and that kind of goes like additionally why this is built, because a lot of times when you're a pharmacist, you're kind of cut off from your peers, right? You actively have to seek that out, nurture those relationships. And if you've already lost those relationships, well, come here and we can start building some relationships for you before you need them, before you hit, that wall where it's like, okay, now I need support. So it's always important to like proactively take care of that. So
certainly. Yeah. And I'm sure there are a lot of pharmacists out there who have a really close network with other pharmacists, and, they talk to each other. But I know when I was working as a pharmacist, I was at a chain pharmacy, and I would just go to work, sometimes work with another pharmacist, most of the times not. And then that was the only other pharmacist I ever talked to. And I think a lot of pharmacists are like that. They're going in, they're working their long shifts, and then they're going home and they're continuing on with their lives, but they're not really connecting with other pharmacists. And so this is a place where you can connect with other pharmacists. Yeah, try to make it easy and comfortable to be able to do that.
Absolutely. Love it, Eric. Anything else before we close out?
No, that's about it. I just want to encourage everybody to come on over and check it out. It's a free resource. It's just me trying to give back to the pharmacy community and help as many people as possible. There's no strings attached or anything like that. It's just us simply trying to help pharmacists, in this area if they need that support. And it's the only place you can find it. I've never heard of anything else like this. And so I'm glad that we have created this channel for pharmacists as a place to come. And I just encourage you to come over, check it out, and be active, engage, start doing some posts, introduce yourself. Like I said, there's a great group of people over there who are, become essentially your friends and provide that support. It's a really good group of people.
Hang up, Mom.
$849.
I had it on silent, Eric. I can't believe that just happened. Sorry.
That's too funny, man. Only you. Only you.
No.
Only you.
She called it twice. Anyway, sorry. What were you saying?
That's perfect. That's perfect. You gotta love these live things, man. They're the best. Entertainment at its best.
Yes.
So just encouraging pharmacists to come over and be active on the channel. Don't be afraid just to introduce yourself. And one thing cool about this channel, it's not just if you need any type of support, even if it's just you just want to connect with others and maybe you want to be there to support somebody else, well, then definitely come by, introduce yourself, tell us why you joined, and it'd be great to meet you and expand our group we have going on over here.
Awesome. Love it, Eric. Yeah, you can find Eric at rphla.com, join the support channel, and just connect with him. He's a great resource, just a bowl full of knowledge here. So thank you so much, Eric. Sorry about my mom bugging in on you. So.
It's all good.